Hey everyone, welcome back. And as promised, I am giving you an update to the Hacienda healthcare facility rape of a woman in a vegetative state that gave birth to a baby last month. They have made an arrest in this case. His name is Nathan Sutherland. He's 36 years old, and I'm getting ready to play this news clip for you that's going to reveal a couple of interesting things about Mr. Sutherland. So take a listen to this 2-minute clip.
Sutherland prepares for his day in court. We're learning more about him and his history here in the Valley.
Team 12's William Pitts has been looking into his background both as a nurse and a musician.
Nathan Sutherland is really none of the things you would expect. He's a Haitian immigrant. He's been an LPN for years, and he's a Christian rapper. This is a world away from Sutherland in jail, accused of raping a disabled woman. His other persona, a Christian rapper. This is video from 2011, a YouTube interviewer with Sutherland and his sister talking about growing up in Haiti.
My parents actually, they split up in Haiti, and then I remember my mom couldn't take care of us, so she brought us to an orphanage.
Business records show Sutherland has been in Arizona since the 90s and even tried to start a charitable organization to, quote, show Christ's unconditional love by responding to the spiritual and physical needs of the homeless and developmental disabled. According to the filing, he planned to call it Life in You. There's no evidence that organization went anywhere, but Sutherland had been a nurse for a decade. No complaints with the state nursing board, only a traffic ticket on his record. 12 News obtained divorce records filed by his wife on December 5th, 24 days before the baby was born. Phoenix police say Sutherland's DNA matched the baby. Sutherland was not arrested at Hacienda Healthcare or even at home, but at his lawyer's office.
Counsel?
Thank you, Judge.
In jail today, that same lawyer said Sutherland maintains the cops got it wrong.
There's no direct evidence that Mr. Sutherland has committed these acts. I know at this point there is DNA. Mr. Sutherland will have a right and have his own DNA expert as well. We don't know the specifics yet, but the evidence is minimum.
Hacienda Healthcare sent a statement saying that Sutherland had passed an extensive background check before being hired, but was fired as soon as they learned of his arrest. William Pitts, 12 News.
Okay, and I'm just going to stop it right there. Okay, so what did we learn interesting in this case? The number one thing that I couldn't believe it was when they said that he was a Christian rapper. I'm like, oh my goodness. And I'm not saying that Christians don't do bad things. All you have to do is turn on the news and you see it all the time. But I just thought that was very odd for them to. I wasn't expecting them to say that he was a Christian rapper. So apparently he aspired, or he still is, a Christian rapper. He actually started a nonprofit to help the homeless get to know Christ, which I don't think that nonprofit went anywhere as far as, as far as what they were implying in this news story. And one of the other interesting things is that his wife filed for a divorce 24 days before the baby was born. Okay. And that just leads me to think that everyone knew what was happening at this facility. They did not know it was going to go public because she files for divorce 24 days before the baby is born. And I'm not saying that that's the reason why, but is it a coincidence that that there's a baby born 24 days after she files for divorce? That's a big coincidence. And then you had the CEO that got the promotion, and he was just in that position for 10 days. And then this whole scandal broke loose. Okay? I just find all of this not to be so coincidental. It's still hard for me to believe that nobody noticed that something was going on with this young lady. They didn't see her stomach moving or going up and down. I saw an article where a nurse or a doctor said that it is possible that she wouldn't have been showing if she's in a vegetative state. But still, my mind just, something is telling me that no, there is much more to this story, and there is a cover-up, and they're going to try to keep it from the public. If it ever gets released, I don't know. Maybe there's not a cover-up. Maybe that's just me and my conspiracy theories. I don't know. But it just seems impossible that that woman was in that facility for 9 months pregnant and nobody knew. Now, if you want to hear the actual 911 call, which is about 5 minutes long, I have that in my playlist along with some other commentary on this story. So he was given a $500,000 bond. If you listen to the news story, his lawyer said that there was no direct evidence implicating him in this crime. No direct evidence implicating him in this crime? How can you say that? They have his DNA. Personally, I believe in DNA technology. I believe that they have something with the DNA. You know, I could see if they said somebody else's DNA was part of the baby's DNA, but no, they said his DNA, his unique DNA was found to be a part of the baby. How does that happen? The only other way that he couldn't be implicated in this as a criminal would be if she gave consent. And clearly, she cannot communicate. So she's not giving consent to anyone. I mean, goodness gracious, when she was having the baby, the only reason why they knew something was going on with her was because she was moaning. So she couldn't be given consent. So as far as I'm concerned, there is direct evidence. His DNA is direct evidence. How much more direct can you get except actually watching him in the act? This man was an LPN for 10 years. I don't know how long she was under his care, but she probably was under his care for a long time. And he's probably been raping her for a lot of that time. So they're also going to be doing more investigations into his other patients to see if he's possibly been raping other patients. So that's a good thing. The only good thing that I can say that can come out of this, and that's if we make a big deal out of it, is that other healthcare facilities are held accountable for their actions. And in this case, I don't feel like everybody is being held accountable. I believe that there's a big cover up. I think people knew what was going on. I believe that there was a shakeup and some changes. They probably had to notify the wife. That's why she filed for divorce. They changed the leadership, and then he had to end up being the fall guy for everything, because he was the person out. He was the face of the organization. And when you listen to the 911 call, I really believe that the person that called 911 did not know that the lady was pregnant. You could just hear it in her voice. So I'm not saying that maybe, a few of the employees didn't know, but you can't tell me somebody didn't know. But anyway, he's in jail, $500,000 bond. He's claiming that he's innocent. And he used to be a Christian rapper. So anyway, I have another story that I'm going to do on this. So stay tuned for the next video.